Welcome back to another episode of Pipe Surgery, where we take your questions and give our saintly, sagely advice. Simon, how are you doing?
Doing well, Rob. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually in America at the moment, here for one of our clients. So it's cold in New York, but ready to do another pipe surgery. So let's dive in for our question this week, which is from Ted from Kansas. He has asked, we started a podcast for our business, but the listener numbers are low. What do you suggest? So maybe I'll take a quick first stab at this, seeing that I am a frustrated broadcaster, with my own podcast, and obviously we produce these for our clients too. For me, the purpose of building a podcast channel is not to build a listener followership. It's nice if that happens, but it's not the reason you should be doing it. For me, the reason that you start a podcast is twofold. Number one, it's an incredible lead generation tool. So for our clients, we use it almost like as a automated SDR, because when you reach out to some of your top prospects or existing clients and ask them, would love to have you on the podcast, proportionally, they respond positively in a disproportionate fashion. So it's a great way to bring in conversations with people that you don't necessarily normally get to speak to, because you're not actually asking them for anything. You're giving them the stage, you're making them famous on your podcast. And secondly, you're able to then take that long form podcast, which, let's be honest, you're not going to get tens of thousands of listeners on that, and chop up that into audio and videograms, short clips that you can then pump across social media. Becomes an amazing content funnel for you. And it's the easiest content of them all, because you just video record, talk about your wheelhouse, what you know best, and then you just chop it up, or even get an editor on Fiverr to chop it up for you. Or if you really want, we'll do it professionally with a full podcast service. Simon, I know you've been on lots of podcasts as a guest giving your advice. How's podcasts work for you, and anything to add for how Ted can boost the way he looks at his podcast?
First of all, I think someone's pulling our leg. Ted from Kansas. But anyway, we'll let that one go. I don't know what email address they sent it through. But in terms of being a guest on a podcast, it's much easier to establish yourself as an authority in a certain given area. When you being teed up to ask questions, then you can use that yourself, obviously publicize it on your own social media. You can use your own clips from it with subtitles, etc. And it's just a very non-salesy way to show expertise in the domain. No one wants to buy from the company, like I think we said on previous podcasts. They want to buy from people. People buy from people. So you're getting a chance to show your views on a subject much far, far, far beyond what you would do, for example, on a LinkedIn post, because it's 20 minutes, half an hour to actually set aside your views and push them across to an audience that someone else has teed up for you. So it's a hugely powerful medium, as we've seen through Pipe Global and our clients, how effectively they've used it. Highly recommended. And yes, you just got to work out the topic so that it's got some sort of relevance and it doesn't just meander away. But yeah, highly recommend the format.
Okay, yeah. Look, for me, again, it comes back to nobody wants the commercial. You know, I can't remember the last time I watched an advert or a commercial on TV. You definitely fast forward. And the same is in real life. So this is a great way to build the chat show. It's a great way to build relationship with your audience, even if it's through 1-minute clips that go on social media. So as Simon said, build your podcast or be a guest on someone else. And that wraps up another Pipe Surgery.